Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Oshika Speaks. I'm still your host, Wonu Osikoya. Yes, it's right. I literally haven't done this in so long, so I've forgotten how it goes. But yes, I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited because, like I said, I haven't done this in a while. But that's why I'm excited. I'm excited because I literally had to bring the gang out today to come and fight. Literally, to come and fight. So this is a rundown episode of the year 2024. We're going to be going through literally everything that we can go through today. Deji was asking how long do I predict this episode is going to be, and damn, I can't say. I can't say, but I guess let's just get into it so we don't have to do too much, right? How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? Wow, I didn't introduce my guests. Okay, I'm going to let them do the intros by themselves, so it's not too formal. Deji is my cousin, guys. So,
Hi,
Deji
everyone.
Osikoya, please introduce yourself.
For sure. So my name is Deji Osikoya. I am an actor, comedian, voiceover artist, a lot of things. But I think in this context, more than anything else, I am a music commentator because I really, really enjoy just having conversations about music, Afrobeats, R&B, whatever. I just really like talking about music.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bibi. I'm the label manager for Keycard. I know, right? Yeah, so I work PR, strategy, marketing, music, branding. The
Bibi does
works.
it all.
I guess I would say that. I would say that.
Bibi does all.
Nice to meet everybody here.
Nice to meet you too.
Big fan of your voice. Big fan of your work.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Damn, Bibi, what about me? I'm joking because you're already that's my queen, please. AOT, you have the floor.
My name is Ayomide Tayo, sometimes
Two.
known as AOT2.
Cheers!
I'm a pop culture connoisseur, commentator, curator, with a bias to Afrobeats.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
You didn't put number one there. You be putting number one in your video.
Oh, yeah, number one, yeah.
Number one.
In case you want to write that, I'm writing that invoice. So don't worry.
And yeah, I'm just a girl. I'm Wonu, as everybody knows. So,
A chill girl.
Chill
Girl, literally. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? How has the year been for you guys?
I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Individually.
Individually, I think okay. So personally, I've had quite an interesting year because it's simultaneously probably the year that I've experienced the most growth ever. But then also on the money side is like Jesus, like
I'm strong.
it's been a good year. It's been a good year.
Bibi, how's it been for you?
Well, first of all, I'm happy Hamatan is coming. That's my
Like,
favorite
bro.
weather. Like,
Bro.
I'm happy. Finally, the heat
Has been crazy.
for like 2 months now. I don't know what's going on. It's
At
bad.
yeah.
Then, when it comes to the year, I don't know. I'm surviving. This year has been really hard,
You're
but
doing a good job.
thank you.
It's not sure.
Well, happy that we are here now, and the year. Funny enough, the year has been very fast. I don't know if
It
I
has?
can.
Yeah,
Yes,
uh-uh.
I
Every
can't.
time someone says that, I feel the same way.
Look
I
at
don't-
in November.
I don't know what happened from March to August. I can't remember.
Let me tell you why. For me personally, I don't think it's been a quick year. The song Tony Montana by Portable and Skepta came out this year. Tell me that doesn't feel like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's this year.
What's this
Actually,
year?
I forgot.
this year?
Crazy.
Long year.
Oh my god.
No, it hasn't actually been so long, but it has
Look at
actually
this month. This month has been dragging. Like,
No.
bro, we need to hurry up.
Bro.
December will come now. You see.
Ah,
January. We're looking at January 2025.
Well, I'm good overall. Thank you very much
Awesome.
for asking.
Nice. I've been good. 2024. Pushing out more content. It has been a slow year, but we thank God. It has been a trying year. No matter what the powers, the powers out there may say, we are still hanging in there. One
Keeping
good
it
thing about Nigerians is that we are resilient people.
Yeah.
So no matter how we complain, we always take a foot forward. Like, take a step forward.
I don't
So,
know
yeah.
about the step forward.
But
This
even
year.
if Japa is step forward, you are stepping forward to Mutala. Like, let me just go.
We
I'll
really
come.
don't
I'll see you
regret
later.
that thing.
I just want to go to Mutala. Just yeah.
Fair
But it's been a
enough.
good year, all the same.
Fair enough. Okay, before I just explain to the viewers why we're here and what we're doing here, I just want to kind of go into some questions, right? So I know that at the beginning of the year, it seemed like music was slow and people were even shouting Afrobeats is dead. That's also happened this year. I remember that conversation clearly, and it's like, what was your stance then, and what was your take on that now? How has that changed between February and December is on Sunday? So
I think I was definitely in the camp of like being agitated for something to, kind of just inspire me, like just something that would get my blood flowing a bit. Because at the start of the year, it was definitely slow. It felt like a lot of the heavy hits had taken a break. And then Young John came, and I remember that being like, okay, this is the year has officially started now,
Interesting.
because he had, I would say, the projects. He had like the first like good
Solid project.
solid project. Of
That was
2024.
April, right?
Yeah, it was about April.
Crazy.
Thereabouts.
For
Yeah,
months.
Yeah, fourth month, exactly.
Quarter almost.
Bro, and because I run an Afrobeats music podcast, bro, every
With
week
an
I was
S,
struggling.
right?
I was struggling.
Please lock in your podcast.
Yeah, with an S, with an S. That's the name of the podcast.
Yes.
So every week we're just there, like, what can we talk about this week? And what ended up happening is that we're talking about a lot of like squabbles, like people tweeting crazy things. I think Bujo had gone on one of those his rants at the time, so like it was things like that. But eventually it did pick up, and I hope it doesn't take till April for 2025 to kick off, because that'll be annoying. That'll be
Fair
annoying.
enough. AOT, let's hear you.
For me, I think it started off. So let's go back to that December 2023. It was mad. It
I don't
was,
Yes.
even remember what this
that
is.
because it was excessive. It was
It
excessive.
was back to back.
Ever since Wizzy touched Nigeria that end of the year,
Oh
no,
shit,
there
that
was
happened. This
back
true.
to back. Then I think we just got too much of a high, and we were still very drunk culturally going into 2024. And everyone was still like, that January, February, people were like, yo, we still need to catch our breath and everything. It started off slow, and that's because people were not taking chances the way they should take chances. People were not bold enough. Like you said, Young John came out and made a statement and said,
Yeah.
oh, I'm dropping the first album of the year. Something very, very brave to do.
Super brave.
Then after that, I
Brave
started
for real.
slowly gaining momentum. Started seeing a few breakout stars, a few hit songs here and there. Then Rema dropped the album that was more of a statement. Then that led to a whole big conversation. I think Nigeria has started shifting away from piano a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not hearing that much log drum.
I feel like people are more creative with how they use the logo.
So you use
Yes,
log drum, but you don't
yes.
use it like in an amapiano way
Yeah.
anymore.
People are more,
And
which is
now-
what we wanted.
Now it has picked up, it's not as mad as 2023, 2022, 2021, but we thank God that there's more life in it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, I would say yes, it was a slow year, and then the hits from December were the ones we were just
True.
we had like
Squeezing.
Yeah.
like Twetwe was like
Was that the same? Was
That
that?
was December.
yes,
Yeah,
the
and
remix
yeah,
was
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but before the
Jesus,
whole
that was
remix.
this year too.
Yes.
Exactly.
So it was slow, but it picked up later. But then in the middle, the whole conversations with nobody has dropped the whole hit. There's no
Substance.
no, not substance.
Not one clear hit.
Sustain, like it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Like the way would I say to range from like December
December
to
to-
there was no song like that. Like again, people are playing, people are
Yeah.
listening to your songs,
Fair
but
enough.
nothing is staying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think with like with just what you're saying and the point, like the conversation about having a hit, that was such a big deal this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think what we should or what we consider a hit might have changed in terms of like how the outputs. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's not
Yes.
just there's no because you can say that 2024 didn't have hit songs.
It
It
did.
did.
It
He
did.
had hit songs, but in that moment it didn't even seem like a hit. I don't know if that's because of there's always too much music in circulation, Sha. So
There is, but I think
but
people.
was it that bad?
No, I think people consume music in different ways. Some people
Fair
listen
enough.
to songs on streaming apps. Some people still go to their barber shop. What they're playing in the barber shop is different from what you people are talking about
True,
on Apple
true,
Top
Fair
100.
enough.
Right? What's popping in the clubs might not necessarily
True.
reflect.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
I think artists are not just picking their lanes that I'd rather create a hit here.
Okay.
Than say I'm
Yeah.
creating a hit for everybody.
Yeah.
It's
It's
very, very
changed.
hard.
The
Unless
industries have changed.
Unless you are like Kiss Daniel and up, you might have that skill set. But now you're like, bro, let me just
Me, I
drop my
just did
stuff.
big.
Ruga
Streamline.
and Benson, they drop their stuff and let who will listen.
Exactly.
And it's the hits. Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
everybody just choosing their lane now. Say,
Yeah.
let me just play here.
That's true.
Which is how like we should be making music, especially
yes.
in a like
In the
this-
proper industry.
Yeah, an industry like this. Like how else How else? There are too many niggas.
There's too many.
Niggas too much.
It's too many. It's a thing also of like there's like a home and away distinction.
Yeah.
So you might have a track that's like the hottest thing in the world, but people don't care about it here.
Yes.
And then you could also have a track that's
Big.
banging here
Yeah,
and
nobody
it doesn't
literally
translate
fair
abroad. You know, it's a very interesting distinction.
Fair enough. So I'm basically giving everybody the opportunity to like call out like a gem they have discovered this year. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to. It can be an artist, it can be an album, it can be a song, it can literally be anything. I think I'll start.
Go for it.
Yeah, shoot.
So I don't know. Did I discover? That was cap. And I'm thinking about
Let's hear
it,
it.
and I was about to cap. I'm just like, I don't know if I discovered Luna this year or last year. Last year,
I definitely heard his name this year.
I discovered
Yeah, but
him.
this year for me for
I
sure.
think it was last year for us. Yeah, so not Luna. I'll say Ayomaf. And I'm only saying Ayomaf not because because again I really really respect street pop, and for you to break out as a street pop artist is always going to be a different level for me, and that's why I'm even saying
Ayomaf,
Ayomaf. I
yeah,
really
that's
really
strong.
I enjoy the way he creates. Like he creates music like somebody that doesn't have anything to lose.
Yes, he's bold. I think he's very
so-
bold.
He is so bold,
Yes.
and I really had time sometimes to go back into the project, like his EP, and really take it in. And I'm like, okay, this nigga is something.
Yeah.
So
He is
yeah.
actually. For me, it would be outside the shores of Nigeria, but
Yeah,
still
yeah,
a
still.
Nigerian. Odile.
Oh, Odil's
When I heard that,
project.
we should be. I was like, bro, who is? I even thought it was a foreigner. Then I said, and something Lagos. I was like, yo, fine. You are Nigerian. Why? How? I think his success, basically underlines the growing potential of Nigerian artists in the diaspora. You see the likes of Ushamo.
Yeah.
You see Jordan Adetunji, who just got a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, for Kalani.
Yeah, if you want to stretch it, Dako got a banger.
Right.
Yeah, then
There
Ruch
we
is
go.
with Rema.
She's had a couple this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, she has a couple, yeah. But Odile is, for me, his R&B is super clean.
Nah, I listened to
luxurious.
Odile's project on Sunday, and I remember it was Sunday because it was a very sunny Sunday.
Sorry.
And I'm listening to Odile, and I'm like, this nigga. I
Yeah.
mean, like I've always known, like I knew about him in 2021. I think 44DB produced a song with
Yeah.
him or something like that, and I knew about. But at the time, he wasn't making that kind of R&B.
Yeah.
He was making. You could hear the
It
influences
was in
and stuff.
transition.
Yeah, he was still, I guess, finding his sound. But whoa,
Bro, when I heard
the
that
song
song
with
go,
Summer, I'm like,
I'm like, yo, fam,
is this guy American?
why are you making music like this?
Well, I haven't even spoken about So, which was
Bro.
like viral
Ah.
as hell.
Like, that was a moment.
And that was a pocket because he played R&B, but he gave you like
Yes.
the Lamba-ish
Yeah.
playful attitude of
Yeah.
Nigerian pop
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
I think for me, and so I'm caught between two minds. One, because I mean this artist is a very popular artist, and I think he definitely deserves to be in the conversation. But on the flip side, it's like this artist is somebody who if you know, kind of how like people invest in crypto and it's like, yeah, invest
Stocks
in
will rise.
Yeah.
damn.
So that's kind of how I see the second artist. But the first one that I would say is definitely Zeri DL.
Yeah.
Only
one.
Yeah, Zeri DL had a special year. He really announced himself
Yeah.
this year. We had seen bits of him just coming into the game, like on the coattails of Shally Puppy, which is like, okay, you're riding the momentum that Shally has. But I think this year he did quite a bit to
On
separate
his own,
himself.
yes.
And for me, the track would be House at Piano.
He was so fast with that, like, God, like,
Well, as soon as he got on that with Vinci also made an incredible decision because I think Zeri DL was the
Well,
perfect
like, who
complement
else?
to that record. And that's one of those things where it's like, I don't know that the streaming will ultimately reflect what it's currently doing in
Yeah.
Nigeria. But when you go out and that
Outside.
record comes on,
I think it was TikTok that even led
yes,
to that.
yes, it was more so like
Yeah.
a moment online than as
Yeah.
opposed to like maybe people going to actually look for the song. So it would be Zeri DL. But I also want to mention First Class.
Oh, okay.
Do you know about First Class? I think he's one of those guys who, even if the streaming numbers might not say it currently, even though he might not have the same mainstream consciousness that everyone has, I'm ready to take every single amount of money that I have in my bank account to bank on him being a superstar eventually.
Gen Z
Like-
Ariwa.
Gen Z Ario is the record as well, man. And it's also like he's been doing like a Gen Z like thing recently. He has a Gen
Yes.
Z Faji, he has Gen Z Fuji that he did with Terry Apala. But I think more so than anything else, and I remember Jay-Z kind of saying this thing about Wale. and like a couple other people when they're talking about people who he felt like would have like a long-lasting impact in hip hop.
Yeah.
It comes down to his work rate. His work rate is ridiculous. He's all over the place. He's constantly touring. I know he did some stuff in Lagos recently. He's off to Abuja the other day. He's going to Port Harcourt. It speaks to his team as well and the level of intentionality that they have, like his videos as well. He keeps catching viral moments. It hasn't all the way translated into the numbers, but like, you can kind of just see.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing I remember just seeing with Black Bones, where it's like, you
There's
might not have it
something.
right now,
But when you
Well,
have it,
you're just going to keep, lightning has to eventually strike somewhere here, you know, so he's putting himself in position such that when the lightning strikes, people are going to say, oh wow, where did you
Where did it
come
come
from?
from?
And it's like, no, I've been here. I've been
grinding.
grinding.
Exactly.
I've
one
been
thing,
grinding.
one thing, just to like go for what you said, one thing I like about First Class is the fact that you can see that he doesn't have so many resources, but with what he has, he's doing
Making
mind-blowing
the
shit.
most,
Like
yeah.
it makes
Dude.
no sense.
Dude,
like
and he has
the
an,
the quality of the content, the quality of the music, quality of the work is just like you don't
The
even have
quantity, too.
like bruh.
and it's also just he's one of those people who you can just tell like he has a mind.
Yeah.
Like he's thinking.
He thinks, yeah,
He's
intentional.
thinking. Like he has narratives that flow into the work. Like he had one of these things where like for his Gen Z Arawa, he went and took a bunch of street musicians.
Yeah.
Musicians who just played Hausa folk music, and he now outside of like even how good the music sounds, he's going into their houses, meeting their families,
Are you
taking a
serious?
camera, yeah, like he's documenting it. And I remember someone saying earlier in the year that like skills make winners, but narrative is what makes superstars. And I can already see somebody who is conscious of narrative,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So First Class is definitely one of those people that I want to highlight as well.
I know, interesting.
I would say Lona. I did not know of him till this year. Like, but when I first heard, because I was in listening, and then when the songs
You
there,
just made shouts.
yeah. And I was like, I think someone was who I'm trying to remember the person beside me. The person was like, "Is this your first time?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "What is?" I don't know. I could connect with him. I could relate with him. The whole, I don't want to use the word sad, but he had something to say coming from experience. Like he's singing from his experiences, and I could relate to that. That okay, he's talking about your experiences, but he is doing it like in a creative way.
Yeah.
And then I would say, I don't. This is outside.
Still.
Shabuzi.
Oh,
I found him in
So
Beyonce's.
I discovered him this year. The Beyonce was her tour this year.
Not her tour.
Her
That,
album,
yes,
the-
album.
Let me blow
Yeah.
your mind. He was in the, you know that the Spider-Man animation that had Post Malone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's on the soundtrack too.
He had a song
you
on
serious?
that.
I did not
That's
know
been grinding
that.
for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I don't know what other words to
confess.
I'm stuck. I knew about this Abba song before it even stayed,
Yeah.
and I can sing that song word for word. Then when
No
I'm
one can.
when I see when I'm singing number one, I'm like okay, like
Nah.
how I don't know. He's
Yeah.
good.
He just
He's
makes
really
me
good.
like one thing I do, like anytime I see him or see anything that he does and just see like his accomplishments, I'm just like he makes me believe it's possible.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because
possible.
like
It's possible.
whoa.
It was also a perfect
Whoa.
storm because I think the industry has definitely pivoted more towards country music
Yeah.
and pop music in 2024.
Oh yes, in America,
Yes.
country's
Sure.
back. now.
Country.
You have like 3 or
Queen
4
Bee
5
is
artists.
there.
Bro, it's crazy. Morgan Wallen,
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll, Post
She said I will
Malone,
be there, I won't
dipping in
miss
there.
it.
For Post Malone to say hip hop,
Let's
coming
calm
back.
that down.
Yeah, of best country right now.
And even Beyonce
Yeah,
choosing
that's
to
what I'm
release
like.
something in
Beyonce
2024.
going
like,
that route. You just know that there's something they've seen.
Yes.
That's
shout
changed.
out to
Yeah.
Shabuzi, man. Shout out to Shabuzi.
Cool. Okay, glad we could get into that. I guess let's get into the crux of the day. So, the point of this is to kind of, this is for the viewers now. The point of this is to kind of go through a couple of categories for that. Basically, a couple of categories this year, right? So, breakout single. I guess we'll go through it as we go on. I don't want to give everybody, but there's like 7 of them.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to go through these categories. We have criteria for each category. We have been working on this for a while, so it's not, we didn't just start today. So I guess the first one is, okay, right. We're going to all share our suggestions and selections, right? I guess everybody should have theirs by now, right? And then those selections will serve as, what's this thing called?
Nominations.
Nominations.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we will
vote.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind
cool.
of go through and select our winner.
All right.
Well, through your arguments and correct
And
arguments.
agreements.
And yeah, so I guess let's start with breakout single. I will just go through the criterias. The next one, Deji, you go through them. So let me find it. I guess everybody has it right.
Yes.
So breakout single, we have. Sorry, one sec. Streaming numbers, cultural impact. Streaming numbers, cultural impact, social media engagement, charts, performance, and artist recognition. Right. So, AOT, please.
Start us off.
Start us off, please.
The breakout single, I think for me, that means an artist that probably wasn't even on the radar, that we didn't see coming.
Yeah, but this is the song now.
Yeah, you know, I want to just...
Okay.
It's setting the stage.
So for me, that song will have to be Dilla.
Damn.
Featuring Fireboy DML.
You're
That song just... It captures the essence, the mood of what a young man who is living below the poverty line is struggling with today. You know, you have issues. For you to say you wake up in the morning and that's P, we ain't gonna lie. That is a lot of people's coping mechanism now. Most especially people in the inner part of Lagos, the part that dirty December won't see. The dirty, you know that part, you know.
That's their happiness.
So that's the way. And I think getting a Fireboy on it to just give it more mainstream appeal, made it bigger. But for me, Iron Mouth, I could feel what he was talking about. Like when he's just talking about those dark days, how his friends pull up for him, 1 million, we will not talk past that one. You know, that is the life. And I'm like, bro, I appreciate honesty in music. Even though we are doing pop music and we are doing dance music, and it's music for escapism and all that, I believe there should be truth in what you are saying.
Yeah.
And now that people are saying, oh, why can't our Afrobeat stars sing about what's going on in the country? People like Iron Mouth just gave you a glimpse of what a young man is feeling right now in Nigeria. And it was a hit. You couldn't even deny that record.
Yeah. It's crazy because that's the same thing for me.
Me too.
It's the exact same thing. Yeah. Like, I thought there would be a bit more pushback, but it's
It's
exact.
like it's literally that for me. Like when I was thinking, I'm like,
Which other song?
It's not possible. There's nothing else.
You sure?
Which other song? He literally set the mood for the rest of the year
Yeah.
in terms of like breakout stars.
Yeah.
And breakout songs.
Yeah.
Like that particular song was. I mean, there's no need to.
And it's the closest thing to, I think, like a ubiquitous single by a new act. I can't think of anything else that has had that kind of widespread impact. If you think about the streaming numbers like we'd spoken about, I checked before I came here, 30 million streams on Spotify.
I think that's the
Damn.
highest for 2024
Has
for
to
like
be.
a single.
Are you
Has to be.
serious?
For I'm trying to remember the stats.
For a
Bibi would know.
Yeah, we obviously not turntable charts.
Bibi would know. She'll come with the facts. Facts. That's what we
And trust me, in the Lungu, if you go to the barber
for
shops,
sure.
Like
for
this
Oh,
sure.
yes.
that is the song.
For sure. On
That
Audio
is-
Mac 2
Literally,
doing numbers.
Trust me.
The song is out
It's
there
audio mark. They don't even buy
killing
yourself.
Yes. when I was looking through the criteria, I wanted to put Ogechi under
Right.
Dilla.
Yeah.
But there's some things Ogechi
Didn't
did not.
really.
Yes.
Like what? You thought,
Well, that impact. Oh yeah, the impact and all. I don't know. It had the whole before even Davido jumped
Yeah.
on it.
Was
there
big in the
was
Southeast.
yes,
Very
yes. But then after that, I don't know. I don't want to use the word fizzle out.
I feel you.
I think there's something about moments that are that big where it's like as soon as
Like he exploded and poof.
Just
Yes.
yeah.
Then you
But
don't
Dilla
see-
was more.
Yes,
I'm
it's
still
still
here.
there.
I'm still here.
Here is like
Yes.
I see it outside. I mean, I see here Ogechi,
Yeah.
but I guess
Okay,
it
she was more
completely-
momentary. than
Yes,
Dilla was.
that moment,
Was a mad moment though.
And
Right
if,
now,
and I love the way they just continued from there. The
Yeah.
boys,
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
not the boy.
that's why I call
Ogechi
They
them.
call it Ogechi boy.
I won't lie, I feel like when people do things like they shoot themselves in the foot,
Yeah.
it's like you
No,
kill
but
their
I
long-term
think they
appeal.
rejected the name. They were
I
not
don't
very
think
good.
they
They still do
accepted
it.
the name.
They never accepted
sure?
the name. Yeah.
They
But
never
no,
called themselves Ogechi.
Nigerians don't have the time.
There
to
was
just-
a name.
I don't
They
think
do.
Really?
Or people
I've seen one of them tweet that we're not Ogechi
Really?
boys.
Fair
Yes.
enough. Fair enough.
But the thing is that you can't just people can't just like remember all three
Ogechi
names.
boys.
Like,
Fair.
okay, please.
It pigeonholes you. But I mean, outside of that, like we spoke about social media engagements, like he's doing numbers on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's close to 500K followers across his social
Yes.
media. His IG posts and tweets always do well, like they get engagement. Chart performance, even speaking about turntable charts, was top 3.
Yes.
Which is impressive for a new artist, you know. And I think outside of that as well, one of the reasons that I really appreciate Ayomaf is like he has a personality. Like he sticks out. He's funny. Like he's very funny.
Are you serious? That never made me laugh.
You're joking. Have you listened to there's a song called 7 Days?
Okay, right. Oh, you mean in the music?
He's funny just in general. Like I
Okay,
think like
cool.
I made a point. So because I won't say like I typically like gravitate towards Afro Adura music, so I had to go out of my way to be like, let me.
It's fine.
I had to go out of my way to be like, let me see what this guy is about, and he has personality, you know,
He
so he
does,
kind of sticks
actually.
out in that way. But one thing that I will say, because one of the things that we spoke about as one of the like indices or criteria was artist recognition. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that's probably the one area where, like, even as a breakout star, he might struggle because
You think?
a little. Because I think one of the things that has kind of come out of the last couple years of Afrobeats is like you can't just depend on your music,
Yeah.
kind of like before. So like I think about like an Odumodu, for example. He has so many different elements that stick out and make him like a very he's very pertinent in our mind. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
capital letters for his posts, like things like that. Like he's just constantly making noise.
The red cap.
The red cap. You know, I don't know that Ayomaf necessarily has that in
Yeah.
excess. So I think he'll still
has
develop
bandana.
it. He has the bandana and he has like the thing that he wears his cap and like has a
Yeah.
handkerchief over his head. But like I think it might still need a bit more time to like, you know, like more of
Develop.
those household name type things. Because usually when I think of a breakout act, and that's kind of like goes to the reason the conversation we're having in 2024 about there not being any major breakout acts.
Yeah.
They feel more ubiquitous. They feel like you can go to your mom and it's like, oh, have you heard of Ayomaf? And your mom has heard of Ayomaf. But I don't know if it's a thing of like just oversaturation
Yeah.
or just too many things, but I don't know that he's quite there yet, you know.
I hear
True.
that. I hear that. Okay.
So we agree, I am
cool,
off.
cool, cool. I mean, we're going to
Dila.
We
We are talking about single, not
Yeah, the
single.
single.
Yeah,
single.
Yeah. Shout out to
So,
Fireboy, man.
Fireboy.
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
OG
Fireboy.
that.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yes, he became an OG.
I know this song is too crazy for mainstream, but I'll keep it. I'll keep it clean
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll keep it cute for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
that was a good one. Shout out to Fireboy actually for that one. Anyways, best guest performance. Okay, so
This-
Deji, let's
Yeah,
go
no.
through the criteria. So
So the different criteria that we have for best guest performance are lyrical creativity, so obviously like how they get along with words, cultural relevance, melodic and vocal performance, cohesion, viral buzz, and replay value. Now who wants to go first?
no, I'm just scared that like I'm going to have the same thing.
But when we say guest performance, are we talking about
The
like
verse, right?
The verse.
Guest verse
Yes.
itself.
Yeah.
And it could also just outside of the verse as well, could also be just like contributions that they have
Yeah.
harmony
Yes.
wise or like different
Yeah.
ad libs that they might have done.
Yeah, that
Because
was
his
awesome.
Latin performance is not limited to just
To
his verse, for
verse,
example.
right.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a strong one. That's a strong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
IDK.
Was I the kid this year? That was-
Exactly.
You see, IDK
Is it
this year.
this? Is it
No,
this
Joe,
year?
It was late,
It was
late
November.
2023, but it
Yeah.
definitely
Yes,
counts.
it's
Yeah.
entered
Yeah.
into
The
the-
new year is
Okay.
over by
Yeah,
December
fair
already.
enough. I know he thinks he's sharp. That's what he's always doing now.
At the end of
So
it, I
this
don't know why he
year-
does that.
Yeah, till December now. The
I
balls.
get fair
Yeah.
enough, fair enough. And I guess
the
it
thing
extends
is,
the
the
lifespan.
year is usually like it usually starts slow, not as slow as this year,
Yeah.
but like usually starts slow. So the buzz of last year's still
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
Extends.
Yeah. So
So who wants to go first?
maybe
Uh,
I guess you do.
Okay. I would say I have options.
Don't be shy.
No, I have options. Let me see. I have Twetwe remix.
Okay.
Davido. It had
Yeah.
something.
That
Yes,
was-
the
it
whole.
sparked a buzz.
There was
It
yes.
did.
It did.
The when the creativity. I know we can. There's like
No,
a
don't worry,
thin.
don't-
There's a thin line
You know-
with what he did
God
there.
bless God bless Davido for that
My-
verse.
my
But
girl,
there's
I feel you,
there's
like,
some
Davido just
that was
said,
something.
Davido just said, calm
I
down.
was like,
Give
what
me
is
the
he
mic.
doing?
He
What
said, don't worry,
is
kids,
that?
don't worry. Just give me the mic. I'll go.
Yes.
There's no
That
house.
comes to my mind. Are we
He's
running?
sarcastic.
That was
It was.
whether or not that was very creative. I
It
know
was. It
It
was.
was.
It created conversation at the very
Bro.
least.
You know what? I feel you deeply because I don't know why people were saying that verse was bad.
That's
What?
poetic license.
That's
Yeah.
it.
He just took broke it, joined them together again. What do you mean? Bro.
You think it's not easy to bring
It's not.
something out of keke na pep and you're making
Yeah,
it.
no,
you
I
are
agree.
seeing. You are not. At that point in time, nobody's seeing keke na pep. You are seeing what he's talking about.
I know what you mean.
Yes, exactly.
Beauty of Afrobeats, ladies and gentlemen.
Literally.
The dynamism.
It's dynamism.
Okay, there is alone.
Okay, so you have only one. You
One?
can only make
Yes.
one piece.
So I have to pee.
Stand by
Yes.
one.
Oh
by
my
You don't
god!
stand by this
I'll stand by Davido. I'll stand by Davido.
So I
it's
stand,
30 VG gang.
I stand with David.
All right, let me
Yeah.
just, okay. For me,
AOT, yeah.
it's Batman himself. Oh. Fi kan we
Oh
kan,
my
fi
God.
kan we kan,
AOT,
fi
wait,
kan we
man.
kan.
He keeps taking my pics, yo.
Bro, remember I just told Benson, don't worry. I got you, my
I
boy.
got you.
I brought that.
He did
Yes.
get him.
I brought, he just took it like this, thank you. I put his pockets. Like,
This is my song.
what Rema did, oof.
Rema is on it.
Unmatched.
I don't know.
So you want to
what's
teach him
going
about
on.
patience when you have fake dreadlock. Bro, no, I give it to Rema.
Fair enough.
Fi
Fair
kan we
enough. So you
kan.
guys
Yeah.
have the same.
I'm,
Fi kan we
I'm
kan.
so sad about that. Because I was really about to be here, like, man, I'm coming in with some
Next time you're
innovation.
talking first, don't worry.
But no, I agree. It's he had so many quotable outside of the fake dreads thing and like teaching people about patience. It's like also where he goes stop all the long talk. I know they for I will pick money before I pick my babe call. It's
Like,
just like bro, like
he
he's
was
proud.
sliding. He
it's
was
so
sliding. He was
it's
sliding.
so
I agree.
evident that he's at the height of his powers. Like he's attained a level of confidence and just like an understanding of who he is. No pun intended. he's there. He's there. And the energy with which he delivers it. Like I already thought Fikon Wekon was a decent song, but it's one of those songs that if it was just Buju, I could see it just like going
You get
into
it.
the recesses of
Real
my mind.
evident.
But because of that verse, it's the replay
Yeah.
value
He's
is
high now.
Yes,
insane.
that's
like the
true.
way he comes in like pay me my
Yeah,
money.
money.
Oh!
Nah.
Bro,
You know the thing? I
Talk
didn't
to me.
even realize how much of a like. I mean, I knew, but I didn't realize how much of a melody this guy Rema is.
He's
Like he is good. Like he has always been Rema with the
Melody,
melodies,
pockets,
but then,
everything,
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
he's
It's as if he's
you see
growing.
this,
Yeah.
He's there
Yeah.
already, but he's getting better. I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like it's once you've attained a certain level of success, it validates everything that you knew about yourself.
Yeah.
And from then on, it's like this is who I am. So
God,
this is the
please,
position
do
that I'm
mine.
operating from.
Why?
Honestly, do mine too. 'Cause I'm like, ah! And then
That
I think more than being cohesive, also like matching the vibe of the song, it elevates it. And I think for me, that's the gold standard for features. I like when a feature matches what the artist does.
So takes
But if
it.
you talk to me about like the best features, it's that like the artist had these templates that they created,
Right.
and the feature came on and said, "Nah, I'm going to take
I'm
it
taking it higher.
here."
Yeah.
And
And
that's
he
what
did,
that verse,
yeah,
verse does in that
actually,
project,
yes.
you know. And also for viral buzz, like as soon as it dropped,
Everybody was
Everybody.
talking about it. Was talking about it.
Well,
Oh,
I have
man.
I have a different.
Okay.
let's go.
Talk to us.
Okay, well, it's still Mr. Batman. but
Okay.
It's Rema on Favorite Girl.
Oh my god,
Baby,
that's my
baby,
song.
crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So shout out to Daco, because Daco had that whole
He's for
calm,
real.
summery vibe. Rema just said, please,
You know what?
I'm taking you
Yeah.
to, like, you know when they call Afrobeats, the heavy one.
Like
The one with boom boom.
he
No.
really, and I think what really stood out to me about that verse is not even just the verse, like how people consume the verse was people consume the verse how he wanted people to take
Yeah.
it in. Like they shout at the parts where they should
Yup.
shout.
Yes,
Yep,
exactly.
yep.
There's a
They
part where you
scream at
go
the parts
high.
where you don't have to
Yes,
be screaming.
yes.
They are doing the ad-libs at the same. Like it's like, damn, Remy boy now.
Bro, he's a scientist though.
The scientist.
I think people look at him and they
Literally.
think, oh, he has lamba, so he's just vibing. Bro, the day that I knew that Rema was different, and even though he might not necessarily speak to it, was the composition for Calm Down. Like Calm Down, in as much as like, okay, there was a lot of like Selena Gomez, like he
Yeah,
probably
the
caught
song
his
itself.
moments. As a piece of work designed, bro, when you think about the fact that he had so many vowels, for example, he's
That's
a
repetition. You're sticking it in your brain.
He's smart. Like on the favorite girl remix, like
he knows.
he knows. Like he knows I can give you quotables, I can give you bars, but when it comes to things that connect with people that are easy,
knows
that
the
are
hooks.
accessible, he just
Yeah.
knows what to do. So shout out to Rema. I definitely think that's one of the songs that's up
Strong.
there as
I
well.
hope I
Strong.
win. Anyway, we'll come back to that. So what's next?
Did Bibi already give hers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. I
David,
see.
David.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
Twitter.
Fair.
Don't worry, I'm just joking because I actually really like the verse. I didn't get why people were so. It's not a good verse.
I think
It's
at
why
that
you
time-
lying.
At that time, we're being
It
very.
doesn't have to make sense.
No, I think everybody was in that mood of, where Afrobeat has to be so.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's Sakaba.
if he enter,
Sure, you did joke.
number one rule of Afrobeat, if he enters, he enters.
Yes.
Like,
Don't
literally,
look back.
don't think about it too
Don't
much.
look back.
But I think
Sometimes.
we also had like heightened levels of scrutiny at the time because we were waiting for
Yeah.
the
No, you know
definitive
what?
song.
We thought it was going to be very great here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But now, bro, give us anything.
anything.
Give me half a verse.
Wow.
I'm okay. It sounds nice. Take it.
Okay, so best collaboration. Bibi, do you want to read the?
Did we
Criteria.
hop something? Okay, yeah.
No,
sure.
I mean we're still going to have to come back to
Okay,
this song.
okay.
And then, I mean we only selected Breakout Sing because we literally had the same. So
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
Go through all of them.
I have to warn you, please. Don't pick my song.
Speak first.
No. I'll go first. No,
Don't go first this time.
Best collaboration. Okay,
Yes,
we
please.
have the chemistry between the artists. We have musical quality. We have the lyrical content. We have cultural impact, and then we have commercial success.
Cool.
So let me go first. All right. So this one, my best collaboration of the year, and I fought with this for a while because I thought there were a couple songs that were in the category. But for me, the one that ultimately stuck out to me the most was "Stubborn" by Big Tony featuring
Oh,
Ashake.
we didn't have that one. So
Okay,
good.
fantastic.
Good.
Asake.
Yeah.
And I think it's so from a chemistry standpoint, I think they're just so in tune on their deliveries and the subject matter. Like it's crazy. Like Ashake is harmonizing on Big Tony's verse. He's throwing melodies and ad libs on the chorus. On the verse, he opens up with like the exact same cadence and flow that Big Tony has.
Like, do you know how much of a goat?
Bad.
You have
People
to
think
be-
because
bad.
Ashake delivers the way
I
he
stop
delivers,
on going.
people don't understand
Oh my God.
he can deliver melody wise too.
Bro,
I'm
he's
playing with
bad.
notes.
He's bad. And I feel like
He's
people
also a
just
scientist.
He's a scientist. He's a scientist. Like he knows the things that gets people going,
Yeah.
and that's what we're kind of speaking about with the dynamism at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
people put way too much. Like I feel like too much stock in depth, and Afrobeats has never been a depth game. It's
And
more
it's
so
never
like
going to be.
it's not
I don't
going
know
to
what
be.
people are
See,
looking for.
Afrobeat is pop music.
It's pop
It's
music.
the look. Just calm down, please.
Like chill
It's-
and just learn the formula. There's literally a formula for it. It
There is.
works. You
There
just
is.
have to know how to make it work for you.
Yeah, it's pockets,
Okay.
it's energy, it's lamba, and
Bro.
Ashake scores high in
Lit-
every single one
A1
of those categories.
everywhere.
But, you know, and it's just like I said, he opens with Victoni's cadence, and I think it's also them just going lamba for lamba.
Literally.
You know, and also just like I love this song because I mean subject matter wise, Victoria is talking about like nobody putting him on a pedestal. Like I'm not trying to be anybody's role model, being his own person and carving his own lane. And we also speak about musical quality. In my mind, production wise, thematically, the strings on that song, the never-ending groove, the flute-like flourishes that appear every now and again, like the lyrical
Like,
content.
there's too many things.
Way too many things.
Mhm.
I've already spoken about how much I respect their pens. Like even just the line where Victoria goes, "Aje Bosef no be hustle, like get the
that
money
is
pronto." It's like,
Hey, God, I mean,
Bars.
you know what? You know, I have this theory that Victoria heard Ashake's verse and went to record.
I
it.
feel like I feel
possible.
like
You
too,
can't
he
tell me
smoked it.
otherwise.
He smoked it, and like Victoria used to be a rapper, and you can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
see it. Like you know when somebody is there, like, and they know how to work with bars. You know, just so many different things. I think about cultural impact as well. For the reason with cultural impact, one of the reasons I think it sticks out more than anything else, outside of it being one of the best songs that dropped this year, I think it also highlights the feature run that Ashake has been on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when you go and think about like, oh man, Ashake has been in feature run, you think about Good Vibe with IRA, you
Yes.
think about Get Me, what's the song with Thames' project that I forget the name of? Get It Right, Get It Right. Yeah, my bad. Then you also think about this as well, and it's like, damn, this guy has been balling. And then commercial
Yeah, even
success.
earlier in the year with the one with Zlatan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was the name of that
Buzz
song?
Down.
Buzz Down, yeah.
Ah.
And then also commercial success. It peaked at number 2 on Turntable Charts Top 100, over 40 million streams. Like, yeah,
What
like
are we
it.
talking about?
Like, come on, it's one of those. It's one of those. And it also got me super excited for the Big Tony project because the single dropped before the project, I remember. So yeah, that's my collaboration.
I like that you defended it.
I gotta.
Okay.
Best collabo. I'm going left, way left.
Yeah, no.
But you know the song. One of the most hated Nigerian artists of all time.
Voila.
Most controversial. You said it, but just say it 2 more times.
Wala.
Oh my God. Oh my.
What everyone skipped them?
Yeah, Portable and Skepta. Tony Montana.
Okay, that just came out from nowhere.
Okay.
In your mind,
Interesting.
in your mind, this should not work. There is no way you're picking North London and putting deep trenches in Lagos to work. Like when Skepta called, said, "Oh, I heard that Portable is in London. Come over." I was waiting. I'm like, "Nah, this can't happen." Skepta that I know, Skepta that I did a song with A$AP Rocky. No. And they did it, and I heard the song,
You're like,
and that's where I see Portable is more talented than we think.
I agree.
Way more talented
I
than we
agree.
think.
More cerebral too.
The man might be the biggest problem. He himself is his biggest problem. But I think when you can calm him down, put him in a serene environment with a producer that can actually know what they are doing, he delivers. That hook, Tony Montana,
Yeah.
Psycho, Wyco, I want to explode.
Let me tell you something. This might come across slightly elitist.
Yeah.
But the version of him that even has like the wherewithal to have Tony Montana infused
Based
into
in
that
it.
chorus is, I would not have expected.
Big Smoke, Big Tobacco.
Because you don't think he's that cultural just because of the way he projects himself. But like, you say Sabi Tony Montana.
You hear the hook and you're like, wow. Then you now hear Skepta's verse.
hey.
Chocologo back, like, bro. Literally, everybody came, they knew what they wanted to do. And I was surprised of the hit.
You know,
Yeah.
It's not a song that like,
Shout out to Afrobeats.
shout out. Skepta understood the assignment.
Entertained.
And, you know, my guy
He
Portable
went to
delivered. And I don't think many people just expected that.
Yeah.
And it was a way for a
I
moment.
was watching it
A
on the
moment,
chart.
like,
It was a moment.
Yeah.
I think it was the first hit of the year, actually.
Yeah, like, bro. And I was like, bro.
Spawned a whole TikTok trend as well.
Yeah. People were like, bro. Like, and you know, the way even Portable, you know, used that to even go further into the year.
Yeah.
He had some looks over there. Bro, that collabo.
He was at, what was the, was it, who was the Brits? Was he
He
at
was
the
at the
Brits?
Brits.
Oh, bruh.
He was, one brand took a picture of him, they used him as Skepta there. Bro, I'm like, if you're talking about grass to great, like, bro, he's the one, like, your helper not go stress you. You can be looking for a foreign collabo for him. Skepta just came and
like,
Shout out to
yeah.
Skepta.
Some
Yeah.
people would die, they would not see
there are people who are knocking on Skepta's door, who believe they are more talented. But I think Skepta saw that I can catch a buzz with this guy.
Yeah.
And the way Portable was marketed, I was like, this is the realest guy from Lagos.
Yeah.
He's from the trenches. Let's give, bro.
Another added point about that is how he didn't seem out of place.
No.
like,
I watched the video. I was like,
that's one thing I love about Skepta, especially when he features artists. Like every artist that's featured on the Skepta song, you would, if you pay attention, they're always comfortable.
yeah.
I don't know how he does it. He just creates, like, you have to be comfortable on the song. The song with Wiz, but the same old story. The one on the album. No, not same old story,
Long
that
time.
one.
On the Wizards project?
The one on the last album.
On Skepta's album.
Oh.
There's one.
Wiz on Skepta's album?
Yeah.
It can't be bad energy now.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Like niggas are always comfortable on Skepta songs. It literally makes no sense to me, and it's just like
I think he forms-
I think it's just the kind of person.
Yeah, he forms a bond with them.
Yeah,
then
before you can
before, yeah.
even get into the studio. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
If you want to-
Well, mine, very
I
simple.
hope we have the same.
I don't know. It might come from a bias place, but it's not.
Don't worry,
It's
yeah.
not.
I know where you're going to.
I feel like
It's
I know.
not.
Which is a good pick anyway.
It's not my dealer.
Yeah.
I knew it.
K-style. Oh my- no, that's it.
Wow.
That's a jam. That's
I
a
guess I
jam.
have to fight for this.
No. The collaboration
No, but yeah,
was
I hear
it
that.
was a nice pick. The whole story behind the song.
Please tell us the story from the indoors.
Yes, please. Yeah, because we don't have that context.
Like it was supposed to go out, just K style,
Yeah.
but then Oma heard it and he was like, okay, when you hear good music, you would know.
You know what? I
And
agree.
Oma, obviously, a very good musician, and he heard and he was like, he needs to be in this.
Oh,
So,
my dealer.
So he wasn't supposed to be on the original
no, no.
version. Wow.
beautiful,
I love
like
Be on the
it.
scale speaks.
It went.
Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
It went in. The song was ready, but when we just
That was a strong
add
pick,
like
though.
sprinkle,
Very strong.
sprinkle on top, and then we have the best collaboration.
Yeah.
And of course, the subject matter is the reigning
Oh
subject matter
yes,
this
hell
year.
yeah.
I guess
Hell
that's
yeah.
all.
Yes,
There were-
what's up with that?
There were three separate songs. There were three separate songs with that title
Three
this year.
separate songs, basically.
It was-
Awolowo.
Yes.
Awolowo had that. Also, even 1010 with Black Bones and Tariq. It was
Yeah.
called Dealer as well. Then that K-Style and Omalay's song, and then also Ayoma. People like say Dealer as a cash out.
No.
This was a big year for them. It was booming.
No, but I like that pick. I like that
That
pick.
was a nice pick.
Thank you.
We will not.
Yeah.
We won't say that.
Oshikoya spits.
Okay, cool. So, well, for me,
Don't be shy, oh, don't be shy.
Find your pick.
I'm not even shy. It's just because I don't have the same pick with anybody. I'm not stressing.
It
out.
happened.
But right, so I'm with the girlies.
Yeah, no.
Actually, not the girlies, but
One of the girls.
yeah, one of the girlies, right? So it is Adenuga, right?
Okay.
Maggie.
Okay.
Oh yes, my baby girl. Yes,
Yeah.
Wow.
King Mari's on a mad.
Bro, she's so bad.
Gifted. She is gifted.
She's so
I don't know how to
bad.
explain it. The girl is, she's something.
Whoever
When
found
you can
diamond
see
in the
that
rough.
this person has the light and is the next one.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't.
It's
sometimes-
obvious.
It's obvious.
I think it was Kizaniel that said something about he sees Maddie winning a Grammy.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's possible.
I could see
And
it.
you know the thing, like I see her on the Grammy stage. Like the girl is a star.
It's so funny because we wanted to have her on with an S and it probably hopefully will manifest at some point. But I was doing a bunch of research into her
Right.
and like her mom, the level of like intentionality that she had in regards to her, like had her in like ballet classes.
Yeah.
She was performing in
Said that.
church.
The training is mad.
She's not like there's certain artists where you look and it's like, oh, this person kind of got it together once they were in the industry. King Maddie has been primed for years, bro. Like even the person that owned the studio or like the dance academy or whatever it was, that person like has produced like people who won Nigeria's Got Talent.
You see?
So like she's from a pipeline of greatness, and I'm such a fan.
It
I can't even
shows.
speak
It
enough
shows.
about
It shows.
I don't even know. I don't know when I'm talking about Maddie. It's just like I see her on the level of Taylor Swift.
Same.
That's how great.
Same.
She carries so much greatness.
She
Like,
is.
it's
She
really
does.
Pause.
greatness.
Yeah.
Her voice, her style, like
Her
she-
poise. What do you mean you're 18? Are you mad?
It's not.
It's
I did not
not
believe
like
it.
18.
I did
Are
not
you
believe
mad?
it. I did
was
not
going through
believe
it.
it.
I was going through her Instagram. I just saw 18 countries as 18. I said, girl, what do you mean you're 18?
She's so
do you mean?
I think I was
matured.
16.
like,
Like, bro.
what do you mean you're
Bro,
18 years
even
old?
her pen. What have you experienced that you're writing about? This what are you talking about?
And that's the greatness.
What?
Damn.
If you
Talent.
can hold that emotion and make it believable,
Bro,
bro.
because she said it in interviews. I don't even know these experiences. I'm writing from a fictional point of view. Maybe my friend has experienced this,
Experienced it
but I
all,
can
like-
do it in a way that's
Now imagine
relatable.
when she has enough life experiences.
Jesus.
that
Like,
she's
I
now
just-
really getting it.
I feel
bro.
like Khalibel, they should just know that okay for 1 year. No, they should just after her album, they should just send her somewhere. Maybe she just go sit down, maybe in a like
Experience
somewhere.
life, Abi.
Leave.
She's
Leave.
good.
And just be recording music. Don't put out any music. Just be recording, taking in experiences, translating that into music. Like,
Yeah.
bro, she reminds me so much of Miley Cyrus as Anna Montana, and like just even converting into Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
She's such a
No,
star,
she's
man.
bad.
Makes no sense. And
She's
she killed
bad.
The verse. The song itself is amazing, and she just came and she wasn't even supposed to be on that song, which is kind of fun.
Really?
Literally, we just heard it. That's what happened. We just heard it, Maddie Vance. I mean, the
That's
song was
crazy.
done. Literally, probably same thing.
Yeah.
Song was done. Everything. We had just moved on.
Yeah.
It was one of the most difficult categories for me personally. This is Song of the Year. Song of the Year. This was difficult. It was a tough one. But yeah. OT, please read us the categories. I mean the criteria.
Song of the Year criteria.
Yes, please.
First of all, we have lyrical quality, replay value,
Very.
composition,
Right.
cultural impact, commercial success,
Yeah.
genre influence, longevity, and performance. of the
Cool.
song.
Let's get into it.
Now, yeah, Afrobeats get killed.
Okay, please let me just start with mine because
Yeah, no,
it was
go for
tough, but I was able to come to a conclusion. Just honorable mention, Active,
Okay.
Ashake and Travis Scott,
Okay.
honorable mention. But my song of the year, this was a very difficult decision. Chidinma knows. We struggled with this for 2-3 weeks. But Deji, I have to agree with you. Stubborn is
Okay.
the song of the year.
Okay.
Stubborn is song of the year.
Stubborn
Okay.
is the song
I like
of the
that.
year.
Mad.
Literally.
I like
See,
that.
let me tell you
Oh my
why.
God.
The production on that song is like when you talk about Afrobeats, man, and you talk about like where Afrobeat has gotten to what it has become. You hear a song like Stubborn and you're like, who made these beats? Like,
Schizo, Abi.
it's Schizo and SARS apparently.
Yes, actually.
Oh, SARS.
Yeah.
Interesting.
SARS.
Kilo Day. Release this for the next generation. Kilo Day.
And you hear the production and you hear like they just literally said everything. When you were talking, I was just like, damn, this is my song of the year. I had some points to prove. But it's ridiculous how good the song is. And I think one thing that really stuck out for me, I wanted to pick this thing as my song of the year. Chris Brown and Davido.
Sensational.
Soldier.
Oh, yo.
Policeman.
That was a good
But
song.
then, no, Chris Brown is certainly not Nigerian. So
He's Leko. At this point, he's Leko. He lives in Harmony Estate.
he has to be. But yes, Stubborn Song of the Year, and that is just even because of Ashake's delivery was everything on that. Like I said, Victoni did not agree. And one thing I noticed about not just the Victoni song, but the album was at every point in time, Victoni was in control of the music. Like he didn't let the production was great, the features were great, but he didn't let anybody take like his stardom. He's like,
Yeah,
this
he
is
was
my
the highlight.
debut album. This
Yeah.
is, we are here for Victoni.
Yeah.
The features are just an add-on, and that's how it should be when you're creating music, especially when you're putting together like an album. Because, like, let's not even get into the Stubborn album. Let's just focus on the song. But yeah, these are the issues, and these are the reasons
The
why
issues.
Stubborn is a is a great contender for Song of the Year.
Awesome.
Stubborn.
Awesome. Who wants to go
And
next?
I mean, like, what? These niggas. I Stubborn going.
No, that song is crazy. I think it's the
For
theme,
that reason
man.
only.
It's the theme,
Like,
man. Like Ashake
damn.
connected with it so
You can
much.
tell that he was itching to write about it.
Yeah, about being the stubborn one in his family.
It wasn't a funny verse. Like,
No,
like small,
no.
small part there. Don't sing
He
anything.
connected.
Yeah.
He
And that's
connected.
the beauty of music. I love it.
It is. It is. Who wants to go next?
Bibi.
Me, why
Yes.
me?
Because you're right beside me. I looked, I saw your beautiful face.
Okay. Let's see. It was actually very hard to pick.
Yeah, I think this was a very difficult category.
Very. I had like 10.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, I had to like
That was your
cut
short
down.
list.
Yes, I had to
Wow.
like cut down. Then I got it like stuck in 2. So maybe I'll just do
honorable mention and-
Honorable mention will go higher by Bonner Boy.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, that's a good
choice.
one, but like,
Okay.
Grammy nominated.
Just it's
Always.
Antonio, it's true.
yeah. I had like
Shout out to
looking,
Dibs, man.
looking at the category and
yeah.
criteria and everything. I would put higher up there.
Okay.
But my song of the year, yes, it would look.
Don't worry, you don't have
I'm
to
going to say
defend it.
it. I am going
okay.
to say it. When we talk about longevity, the composition, the replay value, performance,
Bibi, you've not said the song.
I think we might have the same thing.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
think so.
All
No,
right.
I think it's
Too far out.
yes, like January.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Are you sure it's not Sweet
What?
Sweet?
Yes, Twitter remix.
We really love that Davido.
yes.
Are you a Davido stan?
No, no.
Are you
but-
sure Davido did not pay you?
But they cut a moment to that
Like
song.
when I'm looking
Nah.
at the category, it's the only one that I know that
That-
stayed.
I mean,
really-
like, I agree with you because even like it was like in terms of longevity,
Yes.
like
It's stuck around.
it's stuck from
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
a
like
while.
it's even sustained that like January to April.
Yes,
that
it was
first
the
quarter.
That quarter.
only song this year that stayed. Like nothing would come like and push it away. Like it
So
stayed.
still there.
It
Yeah.
actually stayed.
How long was
Fair.
your number one for?
8 weeks.
Damn.
Daniel is a gunman.
serious?
He knows how to do
That's
this.
that. Do you know what 8 weeks is in this,
Yeah.
this musical economy that we're in?
This
right
microwave
now?
generation,
Like,
yeah,
no,
you're right.
That's my
Okay,
Fair.
you made a very, very valid point.
Fair.
Thank you.
I should go next?
Yes, please.
Okay, so my song of the year, I'm just gonna start with 7 words. You won't keep.
Sabi
jump
That might be 8, so I don't know how to count. But yeah, it would be Ozeba.
Zebs. You know what? I had a feeling somebody was going to choose Zebs.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was.
You know what's so funny? Because if I was going to pick with my heart, I would probably pick Azaman because I think Azaman was just like insane. But Ozeba just more so for what it represents first and foremost, the tempo. Ozeba's like, bro, I had to go look up the BPM. Let me see if I have it here. It's like maybe 148 BPM or something crazy like that.
The nigga was fluid.
Bro, and he had pockets even within that speed, you know, and it's also just like the variation of flows. You look at the song on the surface and it looks like gibberish, but you go with a close, like a magnifying glass, and this guy is talking some serious stuff on there. Like outside of you want gates, people who sabi jump first. I mean, fans. He's also talking about like how I'm not playing the same game all you guys are playing.
No.
Like this new generation, I'm separating myself. So he says, tell all your faves, ask them who's their daddy.
I'm
He
that
says,
nigga.
Bro, he says, I go
Please,
do,
please
bro.
don't kill me.
He says, I go do my best to make sure on a vex. He's like, I don't come out for my sets. I don't intercept. I don't put the game for reset. Like,
Nah.
he went into the project with so much consciousness and self-awareness. Like,
I
Very
wonder
deliberate.
how much-
extremely.
You know, sometimes when people say these things, like, I wonder how much Rema has actually touched. Like, I know that the money is crazy, but damn.
No, you can tell. You can tell. And
Damn,
it's
like-
funny, like, people are talking about, like, oh, like, he doesn't deserve to be in the big four conversation. It's like, there's certain things that once you do them, like, by default, you're already in that conversation. When Mukesh Ambani, one of the biggest billionaires in the world out of India, says, I need you at my
Come and sing.
at my
Calm
son's
down.
wedding.
Baby,
Like, let's
calm
be
down.
real now. And even though, like, I mean, AOT has spoken about this before. Apparently, they said it was supposed to be the biggest one-time payments that any Afrobeats artist had received for any
Right.
performance. But apparently, they refuted it. But even then, I still don't believe. I believe that he's
It's just even a look.
it's a look.
It's a mad
Bro,
look.
it's an insane look.
Same place Justin Bieber, Rihanna, they perform.
Bro,
Shey, you dey joke.
like please now, he's in the big four period. I don't care what anybody
him
says.
flexing on the Louis Vuitton fashion show lawn.
Yeah.
Bruh,
Please,
what
now.
You know,
venue?
you know the
Please.
thing. The only issue, it wasn't an issue, but like the only thing I had with the big four conversation was if you want to be in that conversation, you have to be able to sustain it. And well, at the time, I was just like, okay, I want to see what he can do, but
Yeah,
so
sustain it.
the-
He will
the
do
year don't
it.
end, and
He
will
Rema,
do it.
at least
Other artists
he has been able to
jump on the sound,
Yeah,
like that pace setter.
yeah.
Some people have tried.
Yes,
They don't
if
hang.
it's
They don't hang.
sustained, if it
It's on their
continues,
ACL.
he's onto something.
So I think that's ultimately one of. So when we speak about like influence that it has, I think that's probably the biggest drawback that it has because Rema is such a maverick that it's hard to copy, and it's one of those things that if you do copy, your influences are so obvious.
Yeah.
And this is not even like me putting a knock on this
Yeah.
artist, but I remember like Cade dropped Horrible,
Yeah.
and it's just so
It was clear.
glaring. It's
He's,
so.
I think he said
He
that. That
said
was
He
his-
did. He did mention
No,
it.
he did already.
That was-
He
paid
did
homage
mention
to
it. He
that.
had
You know
to.
what?
He had to.
That's one of the smartest things I've heard.
Because
Ah, beg, bro.
if he tried to claim it, if he tried to claim it as innovation,
He
people would
needed
have
to,
slapped him
yeah.
down. But like, so I think that's ultimately what it is. And but one of the things that I appreciate about Ozeb, and I think I appreciate about the album in general, is like it makes it such that like it's so localized that if a K-pop artist, I know how K-pop be jacking from Afrobeats like crazy.
Damn.
They can't because they don't have that level of lamba. They don't have that level
Stealing
of
from
awareness.
Afrobeats is too hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Like once you drop,
That's one thing about Afrobeats. It's too original. That's
It
why
is.
I wonder why, like, artists say that they don't make Afrobeats because them, like, do you know the kind of
cachet that you have by
like-
doing the
You
yeah,
can
like
actually, the sources of places where you can pick
bro.
inspiration from are just too many.
bro, give them a
See
couple.
the Sheyi vibes that we were talking about now. Like, let's even just look at Sheyi vibes as an artist. You just like,
It's
it's
so
the same
unique.
Afrobeats.
Bro,
Yeah, you will be like, okay, that's Rema, and this Shea vibes. And
Under
you're
the
like,
same
Under the
umbrella.
same umbrella.
Like,
Like, there's
bro.
literally so many
How-
different people.
and that's what I think that's what Davido said when he was on, I think Breakfast Club or somewhere. He said, "You don't know how many people are coming.
Bro,
You don't have an idea of the people back home in Nigeria."
bro.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, and I think also with Ozeba as well, it's like
Ozebs.
Ozebs. It's one of the few records where if a DJ is like, "Oh, this night is not going the way that I planned,"
Literally.
drop it, drop
It's
The
it.
whole
cheat
album
code.
as a matter of fact. Just drop
Definitely.
it.
Cheat code.
It's a cheat code, and I think also like I mentioned about it being localized, like it's like Italawa.
You know the
They
thing,
want
I
a
feel,
banger?
and that's one thing that you were saying about Rema being like very self-aware. I feel like he realized, not realized, but like he knew with Calm Down that I might not necessarily have the Nigerian audience,
Oh, he
and I
knew.
need them.
Yeah.
Importantly,
That's the reason why
like
he went.
I need
yeah.
them, and that's the reason. I feel like that's definitely one of the reasons. It might not be the main reason, but one of the reasons why he decided to make a song like Ozeba,
Yeah.
like make a song like Machan, because these people still need. Like I need to prove to them that. Yeah, we're doing it. We're making
Yeah,
it
you can get
big
plaques,
outside,
well,
but
too.
inside too, we should have the, like that's what makes you a superstar.
Yeah,
That's what makes you
it
different
is.
from just
Oh,
being.
man,
No,
a
I also
star.
I think
Literally,
he knows that for me to be like in a big three, I
you
need
have to
have
compete
that
Oh, yeah.
with the
major,
big three.
big Nigerian
Literally,
influence.
Yeah.
literally.
So you just say, you know what?
Mainstream,
International,
everybody, the
international
people-
plaques, chill. I gotta go back.
Make I
home.
go sing
Yeah.
Ozebs
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
them.
because I'm sure the little girl in America that was listening to Calm Down, waiting for a next Rema album,
Yeah.
and she plays that here's Ozeba. And
She,
like,
Should be shocked.
she might turn it. She might turn it off. She might turn it off though, but no
Yeah.
be. That's calm.
I mean, replay value is definitely
Yeah.
up there.
Yes.
Composition as well. It's easily one of the most distinctive
Yeah.
songs that are dropped this
This
year because
year.
it's fast. Like I already mentioned, it being like 148 BPM, which is insane.
That's
but then there are also so many elements that I think just make it incredible, like the drums, like just random growling, like out of nowhere. I'm just going.
Like is Rema all right?
crazy.
You have
Is
to
it
know,
crazy?
sit and ask yourself sometimes.
Is that
Because
Terry G.
this
White?
Bro.
Matcham, anytime I'm listening to Matcham, because I listen to it literally every morning on the treadmill.
while driving.
no matter
I listen to it on the
last one.
treadmill, and I promise you, when you're listening to that song on the treadmill, you are chasing what
Bro,
chasing you.
bro, all your
And sometimes like, you're
demons.
just like, is he okay?
Bro, and I
Where
think
did
just,
this nigga this scene?
bro, just how dark and ominous it sounds. It
Yeah.
makes it so distinct. The random flourishes, the keys, the drops,
Like
the
the
log
melody,
drums.
the drums,
Shout
the
out to
production.
London.
Allah.
Shout out to London.
And Prime.
You know, Prime too, because Prime is also on that project in a major way. Commercial success, I think it's on track to probably be the most commercially successful.
So song
Yeah,
this
from the
year,
project.
sure. Even this year.
And like I said, you know, the genre influence, I don't know that a lot of people will be able to replicate that because it's very specific. But like even just the fact that Orobo exists, you can already see that people are like, yo, this Rema thing that he's doing, like, let me see if I can hop on this
It's
as
kind of
well.
cute.
Yeah, and if I was going to go with my heart, I'd probably pick Azaman because I think Azaman has been one of the songs that has like lasted for the duration of this year since it came out. But because of what it represents as far as like how bold and courageous
Yeah.
and just how much of a standout moment it is, Ozeba is definitely my song of the year.
I feel like it will definitely be a lot of people's song of the year as well.
Yeah.
All right. My own, we're not going too far. Actually, it's the same man, but a different song. So everything he said about the album, you know, applies to me. But this song for me is like, when I heard this song, I was like, okay, Rema has left us normal human beings and has transcended to a level that only him understands.
Right.
And the fact that Dangote also likes listening to this song shows
Okay.
that,
Seriously?
yeah.
Why do you know that?
No, Ali Baba said it on an interview that.
What the hell?
He said if you see it's that Dangote likes the song.
That's
and
crazy.
The song is Monday morning talking about
I'm making money.
Imagine him doing that in front of his refinery. Yeah, but with this, Rema is very introspective. He knows, he can anticipate what you will say about him that is a criticism, and you use it as a line.
The
You know?
self-awareness,
And he also,
man.
he has
Literally.
like mad ambition. You know, in verse 2, him saying, I never will use all of my power. I never will use my video shaker. HIM, position cannot be
He
vacant.
has something in him.
You know, you kind of edge, kind of like.
He's
You kind of
doing this thing like he's dropping bars like a rapper, like, and he's making big cultural statements that he can back up. And for me, this is just my song of the year. Like, bro, there's
Fair point.
like 4 tracks on that album that can easily go for song
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah.
Actually,
I agree
And I
with
don't know any album that did that this year.
I agree.
There are albums that have been well crafted. Oh, these are lovely songs, but 4 songs that can go, or 5 songs that can go back to back on the DJ sets and create a frenzy, whether in the concerts, whether in the club, bro. It's Rema's.
I hope you guys are taking notes of everybody's.
Oh, yeah, we are.
everybody's,
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
when it's time to make your picks,
Yeah.
it won't be hard. Pick Adenu Gadu.